There comes a time in the life of every church, and we certainly have experienced that here at Heritage over the last number of years, numerous times, when it's time for a new phase of life, the next steps in preparation. And we have had one of our own, David Wyman, here with us for a number of years. David grew up here, and he has been involved in so many ways for so many years. He has been currently our director of facilities and the maintenance and all of what's involved in that, but he's also been the director of our student ministry, our Heritage Youth Ministry. And David is moving along in his seminary training, and part of that training is an internship, a year-long internship. And that actually we thought wasn't going to be beginning till a year from now, but a church that David has been in touch with and working with, Bridgewater Church up in Montrose, Pennsylvania here, has given David the opportunity to be part of their ministry and do a 2-year internship. And I'm going to let David fill you in on the details.
All right, thanks, Glenn. Heritage, you have been my home, and you have been my family my entire life. My parents started coming here when they were in school across the street, and they got married and never really left. In fact, I asked my mom, and she told me the other day that she's been a member here since 1983. For those of you who struggle with math, that's 13 years longer than I've been alive. Heritage is where I grew up, where I was taught to know and love Jesus, where I learned that life with Jesus is the best life ever, where God called and equipped me for ministry, and where Joanna and I fell in love with serving together. Heritage, you've been there through it all. When my father decided to step out of my life, men in this church decided to step in. When my home didn't really feel like home, Heritage became a place of comfort, of love, and of peace. In fact, I walked downstairs the other day, and I was hit with the reality that in many ways that the youth room has been my home especially. I probably spent more time down there than I did in my own house when I was in high school. If nowhere else, it was there I knew I was loved and I was cared for. That youth room has been a place where I've learned so much, where I've grown so much, and where I've even been able to give back for the last few years as a youth leader. Heritage is where, as a teenager, people recognize God's call on my life for ministry, and where I've been able to pursue that call for the last 10 years. This is where, as a student, I got the opportunity to be involved in leadership and youth group, where I had the opportunity to serve as an intern over 5 different summers when I was in high school and then in college, where I got to invest in the lives of students for the last 5 years as a youth leader, and where you've allowed me to serve on staff for the last 3 years. Heritage, you've let me find what I'm good at. You've let me try and fail at what I'm bad at. And you've let me find what I'm passionate about. You've not been so afraid of my youth that you didn't give me opportunities to learn and to grow. You've let me grow up, and you've let me become my own man. You didn't try and hold me back, and you didn't try to fit me into some mold. You've given me countless opportunities to grow, to be challenged, to become more and more like Jesus, and to help others do the same. Heritage, you were there through all of the moments of life, the big, the happy, the small, and the painful. About as many as you as we could afford to invite were at our wedding, and all of you were there to help us in our marriage. You were there through pain and through loss in our family, and you were there for all the regular stuff of life in between. Leaving Heritage truly means leaving home. While Joanna and I are certainly excited about what is next, we're going to miss Heritage so much. As Glenn mentioned, we're going to start at Bridgewater Church in Montrose, and we'll be starting there at the end of the month. June 28th, the last Sunday of the month, will be our last Sunday here. As he said, my internship was supposed to be next May, but if you know me, you know I like to work ahead on things, and so I approached them early to just start the conversation about what an internship would look like. And when they came back and asked about 2 years, I realized that 2 years could be really, really beneficial for me and for any church that I would serve. Paul and Glenn have both said that they want this internship to be as helpful as it can possibly be. And so when I came to them about this opportunity, they were happy to make adjustments to our plans for staffing here at Heritage. So my internship at Bridgewater is going to involve serving at one of their 5 campuses, assisting that campus pastor, as well as working with their director of discipleship on their small groups and other discipleship ministries. And then I'll also be finishing up my seminary degree as I'm there. And so Joanna and I are excited to see what God's going to do in our lives and in our ministry over the next 2 years at Bridgewater. And we are so thankful to God and to you for the years that we've had here at Heritage. Thank you for all that you've done for us. Thanks for your love, for your friendship, for your ministry. We'll forever be indebted to Heritage and to the people here. Your influence will be with us for the rest of our lives. Heritage is always going to be our home. Heritage, we love you so much, and we are going to miss you so dearly. And now Glenn's going to share a little bit about what is next for Heritage.